Talk about when you did take over as the GM in Houston.
Yeah.
Talk about that whole experience, because it's like you've highlighted. Like, I feel like that's a really tough gig.
Yeah.
And you're putting a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And you've talked about your maturation process, and I'm sure there's things at Penn State that have happened.
Yeah.
And each step of the way. But when you stepped into that, what were your expectations? And then I guess what would you learn coming out of that?
I got a big announcement. I just released my brand new resource for anyone trying to get recruited to play college football. Whether you're a player, the coach of a player, a parent of a player, this resource will help you learn everything you need to know to dominate the college football recruiting process. It's called the Get Coaches to Call Game Plan, and inside I'll reveal the secrets that top recruits use to make dynamic highlight videos and get in touch with coaches, and I'll give you a step-by-step guide for how to get coaches to notice you and reach out to you. The best part is that it's totally free. All I need is your name and your email. Check the link in the show notes. Now let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, that was a tough time in Houston. We were a good team. We made some decisions relative to the organization to try to fill the GM role. We went after some guys. We couldn't get them. And at the end of the day, we went a full year, I think, without a GM, really.
Yeah.
Myself and another guy did it. And then there was a year where they were like, well, we're just going to, make you the GM. So in the end, that's not who I am. That's another lesson learned, right? Like, I didn't really enjoy being the GM. I didn't enjoy negotiating contracts. In some respects, I lost relationships with some of the guys that I was coaching, because I didn't really enjoy that.
In
my opinion.
Real quick, guys, I have a free $100 deposit bonus for you from Prize Picks with my code AdamB or the link in my bio. Prize Picks is the best way to fire on sports because you pick players instead of teams. It's the most fun, and if you know how players are going to perform, you can make up to 10x your money. So go get that $100 bonus with my code AdamB or link in my bio.
In respects, I lost relationships with some of the guys that I was coaching, because I didn't really enjoy that.
In
my opinion, there's very few guys in the history of football that can ever do that.
Yeah.
And they're the greatest of the greats. And, I feel like I'm a good coach. I know how to coach. I think you guys know that. But those things I'm not great at. I can evaluate talent. I know how to evaluate talent, but I shouldn't be negotiating contracts and things like that. So in the end, that was a mistake by me, and I wish I really didn't do that, to be really honest with you. I said, Bill Belichick, he was great at it. Andy Reid, I know he's got Brett Veach, but those guys, Vince Lombardi, those guys.
It's a short list.
It's a short list. And so, I just think that for me, keep the main thing. Yeah. Be a coach, and that's what I love to coach. I love to be in this meeting room and be the coach. We did look, when we were running it at the Houston Texans, we made some controversial decisions, but we made some good decisions too. We traded some top picks for Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil is one of the greatest left tackles in the history of the game, in my opinion. And he still plays there. I don't think he gave up many sacks this past year.
Yeah.
So there's other examples of guys that we brought in there that were really good players that we made decisions as when I was general manager or when I was doing it with somebody else. So it wasn't like it was all terrible. Now, the media narrative is it's terrible.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, right, exactly. But for me, just personally, it's more about being a coach.
Right.
And that's what I love to do. That's who I am.